Well, here's a characteristically bizarre story from the world of higher education. A professor at George Washington University in the nation's capital has resigned after admitting that she's been lying about who she really is. For years, she's pretended to be a black woman. The professor is a woman called Jessica Krug, and she admitted in a blog post that she had abandoned her, quote, lived experience as a white Jewish child in suburban Kansas City, and instead decided to adopt a new identity rooted in, quote, North African blackness and Caribbean-rooted Bronx blackness. Of course, during her career, Krug wrote a scholarship, air quotes attached, about racial issues that, needless to say, was well regarded by the same academic leaders who rewarded Elizabeth Warren with the American Indian chair at Harvard. Krug pretended for years and occasionally was caught on camera pretending to be someone she's not. Watch this.
I got a couple of things to say, and when y'all come on and tell me my time stops, out of here. It's been 7 hours. Not only did I have to listen to these cops, and not just the cops, but to be honest with y'all, city council members, you posing like you opposing them for your sound bites, for your social media, for your re-election campaigns. Out of here. You've been supporting the cops in the pandemic.
So that apparently is how white liberal academics think black people talk. Pretty revealing, really. Jason Whitlock is a writer with Outkick.com, and he joins us tonight. Jason Whitlock, thanks so much for coming on. What can we learn from this? It feels like there are lessons embedded in this story, and it's not the only one like it.
Tucker, this really blows my mind, but where we've gone in this country is that there is a business built around racial grievance. And that business is booming at such a level that white people are like, hey, I'm going to adopt a whole new identity so I can benefit from being baby Al Sharpton, baby Jesse Jackson. And in academia, this is being embraced, and she's been able to pull off this scam. But it's not just her. This isn't just an anecdote. We've had it with Rachel Dolezal. We've had it with the Sean King guy on Twitter, who is white, who has pretended to be black, who has lied and said that, oh, my mother slept with a black man and she didn't tell anybody about it. All of these people moving into the race bait industry and business, and it must be very profitable and lucrative because everybody wants to be down with the cause. And y'all know that Jessica Krug is just keeping it real, you know, yo.
But so that's the thing. That's what struck me so forcefully. Here's an academic with advanced degrees who, when she wants to sound African American, doesn't sound like Langston Hughes. She sounds like someone who's illiterate. So what does that tell you that she thinks about black people? It's so patronizing.
Tucker, I keep trying to explain it over and over and over again, and people think I'm crazy. The branding has been so strong that if you put on this label of being a liberal, there's virtually nothing you can do negative against black people that will be seen as negative. White liberals, I'm sorry, they're the actual bigots. Yeah. And I know that that's going to blow a lot of people's minds, but liberalism, to me, is now the new KKK hood. Bigots used to hide under hoods. Now they hide under the label of being a liberal and a progressive. And that allows you to be as bigoted as you want to be. If you want to call yourself an anti-fascist and support Black Lives Matter as a white person, that means you can go out into the street, tear down neighborhoods, harass people, say all kinds of disrespectful stuff to white and black people, and it's all good because allegedly you're fighting racism. Allegedly you're on the side of black people, and actually if you evaluate their actions and their mindset, they actually can't stand black people, have no respect for black people, think very little of black people, and certainly aren't working towards our benefit. The world is just upside down. It's a big lie and a scam. And people are, I call it like white liberals are going out on a black person's credit card and making up a bunch of charges, charging up a bunch of things that we have to pay the bill for. They're doing it in our name. This is crazy.
Well, you mentioned Al Sharpton. There was an amazing quote from him, I think, yesterday, And you think of Al Sharpton as this radical, but Al Sharpton on television yesterday said, wait a second, defund the police? That's a latte liberal idea. If you have to live in a tough neighborhood, you don't want to get rid of all the police because you're the one who could get killed.
If you're a white liberal and you'd like to see more African Americans murdered, supporting the defunding of the police is the best way to accomplish that. The murder rates in all these cities where the hostility towards police is astronomical, where the disrespect for the police is astronomical, and the police are justifiably pulling back because it's like, I don't want to get caught up in this. I don't want to be accused of being a racist and have my life destroyed. The murder rates in those communities are going up. If you evaluate the actions of these white liberals who claim they're fighting for equality, evaluate their actions and then evaluate the results of their actions.
Exactly.
And it paints them as the true racists.
I think you're absolutely right about that. Jason Whitlock, a bold thing to say. I appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you.